Simultaneously, my case is actually historic. I don't mean to sound as if, but we're talking, 14 years later, I'm able to finally talk about it a certain way. But one of the tactics is to have way too many people rolling out with crutches, foot casts, neck braces, wheelchairs. They unleashed the entire, disability hospital on the streets in 2011 and 12. Of course, we also had the healthcare gap, the universal healthcare agenda on the line. In April, here's the odd part. In April of 2012, I wound up in a serious bike accident. I have a video, it says like bike accident number 1, number 2, number 3. When I talk about that bike accident, it's hard to see today, but I wound up with, stitches in my upper lip. But you can see a picture of the cut. I think, do I have a picture of my hand also? It was blown up like, a big red balloon, if you will, like a Pink Floyd song. Anyway, I actually did wind up in that accident. I'm wondering how it came about because it was a little mysterious. And I didn't have health care, just like the agenda was. Millions of Americans couldn't afford health care, and even workplaces dropped some of their health care plans and the quality of their health care plans. So it was part of an agenda, right? And the more people you have in the ER showing up without health care, the more you have numbers. Just like the pandemic. The more people die during the pandemic, the more numbers you have. Whether they're placed in the right category or not for the hospital's records is another question. So anyway, we'll just leave it at that. But also, my mom, dad, and aunt died during the pandemic. My dad actually had coronavirus. My mom and aunt, natural causes. My aunt was 84, my dad 82, my mom 79. So anyway, point being, part of, orchestrated harassment, or a very large orchestrated form of stalking, is to actually try to diminish someone's brain. If all you saw was hurt, pain, negativity all day long, every day, including masses of people staged to come out, walk around the city with injuries, permanent, temporary, serious. And I've run into a few people who they put on a foot cast whenever their ankle swells up. And it's kind of like, it's a thing where she just happens to have a foot cast. I don't even know if she has an injury, or does she just put it on every once in a while? So when she gets a little feeling like, I feel compelled to wear my foot cast today, I think I should wear it today. So I have to switch to Matrix every day. And even people I kind of think are nice people were out here milling around. So I put that in my book. I'm pretty sure I addressed it in my book, Duplicity and Duress, Not Factories in the Making. Somewhere, I had to cover so many things that I was like, hey, here's another. I'm pretty sure it's in there. Now I forget because it's so long ago that I wrote it. It was a way for me to keep busy, and also for me a way for me to be able to use the pen. The pen is mightier than a sword, if you will. And that's how I wound up with Duplicity and Duress, Not Factories in the Making. Also, what else? Mustard Seed Philosophy. It's been a while, so I'm like, oh, The Strange Bouquet. That's right, collections of essays. And then a single essay that I wrote ages ago, Milk and Pea Oppression, is also available through bookbaby.com. I have different pen names, but I have links. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, under the description of each video. But if you look up the title and Aaron Vans or S.R. Coleon or Bad Dog Coleon, then you can find these books. On BookBaby, if you look up Duplicity and Duress, Not Factories in the Making, then you'll be able to see the other books that I published through that outfit. That's a self-publishing digital book outlet available in all languages across the world. Anyway. Around the world. So as I mentioned in my first video, there were 2 rounds of sirens last night, or really in the early morning hours, like 3 o'clock and then 4 o'clock, and right around then. And I wondered what was going on because there was such a ruckus and a fuss. There was so much ruckus that I wondered, if something crazy went on in, like, sort of in the direction of Pico energy, anywhere between like 17th and 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23, and Chestnut Market, JFK. I usually check in on Teddy every day, so made that little detour for Teddy, and I wanted to avoid, some activity on Sansom that I knew was cooking. So it's like, well, let's check on Teddy really quick, because I walked on the other side of the street on the way out to market, so we'll come back this way. Or is it just